to our podcast, Learning to Live Green, the Power of Environmental Education. This podcast is part of the Eco-Citizens for a Sustainable Europe Erasmus Plus project, where students and teachers from Greece, Poland and Portugal come together to learn about sustainability, environmental responsibility and active citizenship. Today we're talking with a professional from the Philippi Center for Environmental Education to learn how environmental education inspires students and encourages eco-friendly habits. So the first question is, how did you begin working in environmental education?
Okay, right. So basically, I am a school teacher, or I was a school teacher. So I started my career teaching English in a secondary high school. And then I started taking up environmental education projects with my students. And this has inspired me a lot because I found this work much more meaningful. And then I decided I needed to explore more and develop more in this field. So then I started attending training courses, seminars, and then I did a master's course. And then I slowly shifted from teaching in a classroom to teaching outdoors. Yeah, it was the students that inspired me because I saw how important and meaningful it was for them and how joyful was to be involved in such projects.
Okay, great.
So, what is the main mission of the Center for Environmental Education where you work?
All right, okay. So I work in the Philippi Center of Environmental Education. This is an institution that belongs to the Greek Ministry of Education. And basically what we do is divided in two branches or two axes. One part of our work is to educate, to inform, to sensitize, and to activate students of all ages, from very small children to young people such as yourselves, on issues that are related to environment and sustainability. And the other part of our work is to train teachers and educators, to give them all the tools, all the mindset, all the theoretical knowledge, so that they can go back to their schools and do environmental and sustainability projects with their students in their school environment. Yes.
And how do you make sure your programs are accessible and welcome to all students?
Accessible and welcome to all students. This is perhaps an issue. Our programs are sent out as invitation to all of the schools of the general region, and the schools can decide if they want to apply for a visit at our center. So it is basically up to the teachers to do this move and to approach us. So we are available for everybody, for all schools in the general region, but it is not obligatory for the schools to attend. It is something that the teacher may decide or may not decide. Yes.
How do students usually react when they realize they can help protect the environment?
Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about the word protect the environment. For me, I think that the most important part of our work is how to relate to the environment. What I am trying to do through the school visits is to help young people, children and young people, understand that we are part of a big web of relationships. We are not the only species on the planet. We are not the superior one. We are not the most important one. We are just one of the million species on this planet. And we are not alone. We need to create relationships with the other species. So this is more like relating and not protecting is how I would put it. And then if you relate, maybe the next step is do no harm. So protecting is not the word that I would use, rather than relate and just try not to do a lot of damage. Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, what advice would you give to a teacher who wants to bring more environmental education into their school?
All right. Yeah, I like this question. Rather than bring more environmental education into the school, I would recommend that teachers bring their students outside the school to be in contact. I believe in direct contact with nature. So in order to bring environmental education to the students, my advice to a teacher is be as much as you can, because it's not very easy or always possible. Be as much as you can with your students outdoors, be outside, go to nature, give them time, give them space, and then maybe you don't have to do much, because I strongly believe that nature is a teacher and can teach if we give it enough of our time and attention and patience. So this is my advice to a teacher.
Environmental education teaches students that their actions matter and that even small choices can protect our planet. Throughout initiatives like Eco Citizens for a Sustainable Europe, Erasmus Plus project, students are learning, sharing, and becoming responsible eco-citizens for a sustainable future. Thank you all. Thank you for listening to our podcast. And remember, everyone can contribute to a greener world, one more action at a time.
Okay, thank you.